I've crushed a nut with a shoe. And it's weird. I mean, it does pop like a grape, like a large grape.
Yeah.
Because he had me like bounce on it with my shoe for a little bit, and then he's like, "Stamp," and I did, and it was like a pop and squish.
Okay. Well, I don't know why you're getting so graphic. You didn't give me any kind of a warning, but that you were gonna describe that. Why?
Come on! The weekend has landed. All that exists now is clubs, drugs, pubs, and parties. I've got 48 hours off from the world, man. I'm gonna blow steam out of my head like a screaming kettle. I'm gonna talk cod shit to strangers all night. I'm gonna lose the plot on the dance floor. The free radicals inside me are freaking, man. Tonight I'm Chip Travolta. I'm Peter Popper. I'm going to Never Neverland with my chosen family, man. We're going to get more spaced out than Neil Armstrong ever did. Anything could happen tonight, you know? This could be the best night of my life. I've got 73 quid in my back burner. I'm going to wax the lot, man. The Milky Bars are on me!
And now, live from Rule 34 Studio, I bring you a girl that once got off with a frozen zucchini and a hand mixer. Here she is, your host, the one, the only, Kinky Katie.
Hello, and welcome to the show. This is Kinky Katie's World number 450. I am your host, Kinky Katie, the vacationing cougar tonight. It's kind of the look that I feel is going for. And with me, as always, is my absolutely favorite flesh-covered fuck toy, the one and only Mr. SC.
Right.
What's going on?
I don't know.
How you doing?
Sure.
Well, I think we have a fun show for you guys tonight. We are coming to you live from Rule 34 Studio, KinkyKatieRadio.com, and RadioChaos.net. Rawr.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm feeling a little feisty.
Are you?
I
Okay.
am. I have been ever since I got some ass.
Yeah, you're feeling frisky.
Oh, I'm feeling very frisky.
Okay, wait, that and the strapless dress, off the shoulders.
And the massive amount of marijuana.
Okay. What about massive amount? A massive amount for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
To some people, they would just be like, yeah, whatever.
No big deal.
Really? I mean, there are some people who do like some seriously large quantities, like in comparison, you know what I mean? Really?
Yeah. No, that's true.
Really?
I mean, people I don't know personally.
Well, it's just, it's good everywhere you go. You can find, you can't find, something that looks like it got picked off your sock, after running through the field. Hey, man, this is what I got off of my sock after I ran through the field.
And some kids will never know, like, what it was. I mean, we used to call it, and I mean, this isn't a slur, but we used to call it Mexican brickweed.
Well, it's because it was from Mexico and it came in bricks.
And it was 90% seeds and stems. Like,
right.
God.
Right. No, I know. You never knew what you were going to get. Like I said, you ran through the field in your socks, came home and went, okay, there you go. Roll it up.
Yeah,
let's go, kids.
God damn.
Right.
Happy National Pancake Day. No.
Now, if it was Happy National Waffle Day, we could talk. You know what I mean?
I know.
Really?
But they say that the waffles are just pancakes with abs.
Are they? I don't know. Waffles are a little different. I mean, I like both.
Different.
I really like both. But
but I would take a waffle over
any day.
Waffle.
If I had to choose one.
I don't know. We were watching something and it came across my mind. Elder emo dudes are very sad. They're sad and they're not sexy to me. And I feel like, bro, you grew out of it. Well, it's not a phase, Mom. It's like just.
I don't know if you remember, but just back when emo was emo and that's what people were doing, it was sad then. It's always been sad. There hasn't been a time where it wasn't sad.
No, when you were younger, okay. It was kind of forgivable because then you grow out of it. But then if we were watching something, it was some streamer who was just really annoying and his whole gig was like pissing off people or something like that. Like
going out in public and irritating people. Yeah,
irritating, getting off from, irritating people. Well, he was on a train in some Asian country. I believe it was Japan. And
it definitely was Japan.
And he's dressed like a schoolboy And he's
But he's like 45 years old.
Yeah, he's like 45 years old, and he's got the eyeliner on, and he's got the black hair. This all like blow dried and combed over in his face. Like
Sherman sent the Swayback Machine 2004.
Were the 90s?
Okay, well, I don't know when emo was emo. Do you?
Not 100%. No, just emo is goth. that whole
It's all
fucking
the same thing.
I know that whole fucking fight though. They were like, no, we're not. We're different.
Right.
They have a South Park episode on that, which I think is pretty funny.
The 2000s were the significant years of emo culture and punk. So early 2000s.
That's
I guess.
after I got out of high school.
But there was also emo started apparently back in the 80s. Whatever. That's the grandpa goths. Or, emo. I don't even know what you call them. I could never tell the difference.
Elder goths.
Elder goths.
Why not?
Okay.
I don't know.
But they would very much tell you, no, I'm not. I'm definitely not goth. What do you mean? I am definitely emo. Whatever that means.
I know.
All of you are sad and wear a lot of black. Really.
I'm so sad.
Right.
Thank you.
And there was some music I liked that both listened to. Not all, but some. Every once in a while, you could dip your toe into Gothland. Do a little typo negative. Well, that's Gothmania, isn't it?
I
That's
know,
like vampires suck blood.
I mean, fucking cheerleaders could write better lyrics.
Okay, I didn't say any of it was awesome, but once in a while you dip your toe into the, whatever.
But that just made me think of Death Clock.
Did it? Why?
Well, because the lead singer of Typo Negative looks like the fucking dude from Death Clock.
Death Clock is a cartoon, by the way, about a metal band who rules the world, and basically, you really can't describe the storyline other than it's a rock band who controls the world.
It's a death metal band, and they do like some defeating because there's some organization that wants to kill them, and then they beat them somehow, and then they play concert, and then something.
Lots of people die in the concert.
Yeah, a lot of people die in the concert.
Yeah, the world almost comes to an end, and through the power of their music, You had to have seen it or not. It's been out for 30 years now, probably.
Anyway.
Right.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I was just, but Billy Joe from Green Day, I did like him for a bit.
Okay, he's neither goth nor emo.
Well,
He's now we're just picking artists that I like.
well, I remember like the fucked up hair and the guy liner, and just always like, just, so,
Is that what it was like?
I don't know. I mean, this.
Right.
I don't know. I thought it was all right back then, but now that he's older, I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of that stuff was just like I wasn't into any of it like 100% at all.
But that's just my own personal preference. I mean, fuck it. If you want to do it, if you like it, then cool.
So when is too old to stop acting emo for you? Like what's the cutoff? Obviously, 40, 45 was way past prime for you.
Way past.
He was past his prime.
Oh my God. I would say 30 is pushing it.
Okay. So immediately then, what is it that you're supposed to like turn into? I don't like. Is it like
a bat? By the way.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Right.
I don't. But it's kind of weird because I don't feel it's a double standard with me because I don't feel the same about women.
Well, like let's say that same guy that we saw a video on that was being a dick in the Japanese subway, right? Let's say he just wasn't a dick. Like that was just his style and he was just quiet and whatever, but that was just
I still think you're too old for that shit.
Really? Okay.
I know.
Huh.
I know.
Some people say that like only children wear overalls, you know what I mean? Same kind of a thing.
And you're not supposed to wear pink unless, if you're older than 4, but whatever.
I pay no attention to none of those rules is what I'm saying.
Do I look like no.
Okay.
I'm not, in my head, I don't see myself as 43, and that's why I'm like, I don't know, because when I see other people, older people dress certain ways, I'm like, Could move on. Huh? Just
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
like, I'm gonna look like that, or I
Pots,
already
kettles,
do.
and glass houses, I tell you.
No shit.
Wow. That is mind-blowing.
I told you. I mean, fuck.
That is mind-blowing.
At least I'm honest.
Okay.
That's just how I feel.
I mean, there are people that literally say the exact same words about when is she just going to stop doing this stuff?
I agree. And we had this conversation not too long ago of like, when is the cutoff age to do
when you stop having fun.
No, when you start like dressing age appropriate. But then again, what is age appropriate for you?
That's my point. My point is, if the guy wasn't a dickbag, it wouldn't have been so bad. But the actual example,
right?
The guy was a dickbag,
right?
So immediately you're like, well, it's got to have something to do with he's emo and he's 45. I mean, he's 2004 emo. In 2023.
But then it's like some people I don't seem to mind, but then once I think about it, I'm like, well, they're not emo.
Yeah. You're not really emo.
You're something else.
Something else. You got to put them in little boxes and categories.
Dude, it's like fucking LGBTQ plus.
No, nothing like
there's
that
like
at all.
10,000 different categories. Well, I mean, there's like fucking like 75, not 75, but there's like 8 different categories just of goths alone.
Well, I guess there is. You're telling me this. It's news to me.
There is.
Well, you were in Gothmania. You were in Gothlandia.
I was.
Yeah. Home of the depressed suburban white kids.
Everybody's on heroin.
My father doesn't love me. He never comes home. All he does is work.
Yeah, I get whatever I want. I didn't want a Porsche for my birthday. I wanted a Maserati.
Right. That reminds me of that Netflix documentary you were watching today about the dude who's on trial.
My God.
He's on trial for killing his wife and his son with like a gun and an assault rifle.
Yeah.
The dude from South Carolina, the lawyer, whatever. And I don't remember the Murdaugh. Anyway, I don't know if he killed his son or his, after watching this documentary. But what I can say is that family's not very fucking likable, regardless of who killed who or what.
No, they're not.
The group of them just do not seem like people.
They're a family of suck.
Well, it's the kind of suck that personally I have the hardest time, like rich entitled suck.
Yes.
I run around and do whatever I want kind of a thing.
Because I'll get away with it.
And here again, pots and kettles, I got away with a bunch of shit forever, just in general, but it really wasn't because I bought people off or anybody around me was powerful or people were just nice to me. I talked them into it. That's a little different than, my father is the most powerful man in the county or whatever. Not most powerful, but you know what I mean?
There's a couple of times I didn't get in trouble just because, though, of who my dad was.
But it reminded me of like Dukes of Hazzard and Boss Hogg, you know what I mean? Like small town in rural South Carolina, right? He's the lawyer of the town or one of the lawyers of the town and has all of this money and planes and this and that and dogs and land and fucking boats and,
Yeah.
all the rich boy country shit. And everybody's running amok.
Yeah, and like the youngest son that got killed was really bad, and like each person in the family is like killed somebody.
Or there's been like some kind of a rumor.
The older son was like having a gay relationship with a school friend, and someone like found out, or he got scared because they hooked up or whatever, killed the kid and just threw him in the middle of a road somewhere.
The oldest kid is the one that's still alive right now.
Yeah, he's still alive right now. The younger one decided to drive his boat drunk, got lippy, smacked a girl and ended up crashing the boat. And one of the girls died.
Right.
They found her body later and they said, no,
They were trying to say one of the other dudes was driving and the other dude's like, fuck that. I definitely was not driving. It was his boat. He was fucking driving or not driving actually. Anyway. And then the mother there were rumors of her pushing down
the housekeeper that they've had working for them for 20 years.
Shut down Mapes.
Because she found
the housekeeper.
Well, Yeah, it's fucked up. It's really fucked up.
Well, you know what it reminds you is you can watch a Netflix documentary on somebody, and no matter how you feel about them afterwards, you're like, oh my God, you suck balls. They did a good job at making them look like shit.
Yes.
Just in general terms, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like I don't know who killed you, but I'm not shocked somebody did. Whether it was the father, whether it was somebody else, who knows? I don't know.
And like the father even tried to stage a shooting of himself. He hired a hitman for himself to shoot him because he wanted to make sure that his kid who was alive had money, like got insurance money. But the fucking guy who shot him missed. And even one of the witnesses that went by, like drove by and was talking with 911. She's like, this looks like a total setup. I'm not stopping. I'm just letting you know what's going on. And she's like, I don't blame you for not stopping.
Right. And we wonder why sometimes, you know, you have visions of ceiling trolls and such. Literally, you're watching hours of murder porn.
Well, my sister didn't help either because she's like, hey, I got a question to ask you. Everything all right? You know, and then she started laughing at me too because she's like, hey, because, you know.
Ceiling trolls.
You look a little fucking crazy here. You're like, yeah, all right. I get it. I understand.
It was pretty crazy.
She's like, no, I'm not poo-pooing it. Don't think so. But she's like,
it's okay.
I'm like, all right.
I mean, you know, your husband laughed at you plenty enough for everybody, believe me.
That's
Right.
Yeah. But
right. Well, see, that's the thing about shaming that we have lost we have lost touch of. Sometimes, you know, it requires somebody to go, hey, that was actually ridiculous. Just so you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I understand where you came from. I understand how you got there. It's not mentally disturbing that happened to you. I get it. But from everybody else's perspective, batshit crazy.
right.
Mm-hmm. But that's okay. You accept it and you go, yeah, you know what? I went a little too far on that one, I think.
And I've been
But I feel better now.
I do.
And I'm watching a different murder doc, so I'm fine.
That's right. Well, oh yeah, because she even said, she goes, oh yeah, there's this one channel. She goes, you must be watching this show. I'm like, I've never heard of it. And she's like, she goes, oh, it's all about people discovering people living like in different places.
It's a whole channel, great.
Like,
That's
no,
what you need to know. You need to stay away from that.
Or it's like a whole show dedicated just to those kind of stories.
Okay.
And I'm like, nope. I'm not
going to go near it anymore.
I've seen too much of those where this happened and I don't want this to happen again.
Right.
I don't need to feel the fire.
No.
Or have anything stored in the back of my brain and just be like, let's put this in the crazy file.
There could be a shark in that pool. I ain't jumping in there at all. Come on, Paul. Can't do it. You're going to have to clear out the sharks first before I get in that swimming hole.
Well, speaking of goofy things, everybody, I guess that Cocaine Bear movie came out today.
We talked about it a while, like 3 million episodes ago.
Right. It's about a bear that gets a hold of some cocaine. Wow.
Yeah. Based on a true-ish story.
Based on a true story. But they said, a lot of people said it's better than they imagined. But
they didn't imagine much.
Where I was going with that is the movie came out today, but there's already been a porn parody out, of the same name, Cocaine Bear. And of course.
It's gay. Right.
Yes, it's gay because it's a big leather bear. And
that's probably not. I bet there was a Cocaine Bear that came out a long time ago that was literally a gay male leather bear, you know, with some baggies.
Yeah, no, that you know, but they didn't make a movie about him.
He doesn't hang handkerchiefs out of his pocket. He just hangs bags of dope. Ooh.
Here, puppy.
Which is oddly enough how a lot you will actually encounter that in the wild.
Oh, yes.
Big bear with a bag of cocaine.
Big bear with a bag of cocaine.
You'll actually see that out at clubs and bars in some places.
It's quite natural in their environment.
It really is.
It's very prevalent too. It's really good. There's a toy. It's now, y'all, if this is another one of those, if I had a dick, this is what I would want to play with. But that's not why I want to talk about it. And I don't know if we're allowed to put it on YouTube, but SC will do it. Please, if you think it's allowed, I need you to put example or the kind of, not instructions, but example. There's a little video that you can see of what it's like, of how to use it. And it's very disturbing.
Get the fuck to it. What is it? Jesus fucking crying out loud. How much buildup are we going to do? Jesus Christ, what are we going to lead on for the next 25 minutes? Are you like filling in so we can reach a certain fucking length of something to do some advertising? What the fuck is going on?
No, it's called the Mermaid, automatic sucking and vibrating male masturbator.
Okay.
But the advertisement is disturbing as hell. It looks like a pulsating prolapsed butthole.
That's what the inside of orifices is kind of like jam. That's a realistic view of that's looking right up the chute.
So I don't know it's pink, it's bumpy, it's pulsating, it's vibrating, it's slippery.
It's sucky.
It's sucky in the best of ways.
Right.
So if you want to check it out, because it's a powerful sucking function, and
fucking suction.
Yeah, well, use that, and it's. I mean, I guess it better be good for $113.
Well, you know, how much is your orgasm worth? Really, is what you have to ask yourself. Really.
Well,
you know what I mean.
You know,
when you've been rolling all these years with rubber gloves and dishcloths and Vaseline, you need to like up your game a little bit, right? We don't live in the fucking Stone Ages, is what I'm saying.
Just a little bit.
Okay. They have artificial intelligence computers that can tell you how to program a fucking rocket that can go to Mars. So why do you not have a better masturbation device? You know, save your money. Like, no, not everybody has $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To spend, especially, you could get a hooker for less.
I mean, here again, I'm not spending the money on it either. No.
I didn't think you would.
I'm just happy. Like, if there's lube, like that's like, you get a 5-star rating. Really.
Is it wet?
It's good.
Is it warm?
Right.
All right.
Could be cold. I don't know. Depends.
I don't understand. I don't know why I was looking this up, but for some reason it came to mind, and I was checking out penile implants. Yeah,
none of them are very good, though, I hear.
Well, apparently there is a girth enhancement clinic of Miami.
Dr. Girth.
Dr. Girth. It's the man. It's the male. No, that's the other one. Oh, no. Yeah, no.
Yes, no, maybe.
Well, this one is, it looks like this. It's Eurofill penile girth enhancement technique.
Okay.
So if you want to get a thicker dick,
they're pumping you full of some kind of unknown substance is basically what's happening here.
Well, apparently they're supposed to be professionals, and they come highly recommended.
That's a ringing endorsement. Apparently they are local professionals.
Well, they won Best Male Enhancement at the Aesthetics Show in Las Vegas.
Right.
They also won a couple awards too, like International Cosmetology or some shit.
Who does awards for shit like that, really? I mean, like, what is the organization that does fucking penile enlargement awards?
Best plumped cock.
I'm just saying. Is it like an organization that the doctor who does it put together just so he can win an award?
Or maybe he did it so he could fucking just like check out, she made dicks fatter. I don't know. I have no idea.
All right.
There's another one by the Medical Man Cave. They have a price list of all the shit that they do to give you a bigger dick, which I think that is hilarious.
A price list, huh?
Oh yeah.
They have layaway.
You can get 2 shaft and glands procedure.
Right.
For under $15,000.
That's, you can
make your glands bigger. Give yourself a fatter head.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say whatever you're rocking, probably it's going to be a better idea to just rock it.
Don't fuck with it.
Start poking it with needles and like, I don't know what's going to happen to you, right? I don't know if you're going to have a wiener left to like use or. Right? Like, I want my wiener to be at the bleeding edge of male enlargement technology.
Well, and if they botch the surgery too, then you're fucked and you might not be able to ever,
That's my point. That's just to have a bigger dick. like if you almost had a non-existent dick, I could almost understand, right? I mean, okay, I have a half-inch nub, fully erect. I can hardly get it in anything, whatever. But, you're rocking a micropene, you're right, 3-4 incher, then whatever.
Yeah, but if but if you're rocking a micropene though, is there even enough room to stick these? Because what they do is there's these 2 tubes that they stick in either side, of your shaft, and there's a pump that they put inside your body near your balls. You actually have to go like
pump it up. Like a fucking sneaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like a sneaker. Like you have to you pump up your dick.
Right.
So what I'm thinking is,
that almost sounds like erection cure. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but it's to give you. But let's say you
Fuller.
right? It
plumper,
girthier, thicker.
Okay,
we can make it thicker.
Right.
Stronger.
So let's say you're somebody who's rocking a nice long skinny one, and you want to fatten it. Still,
But you can.
I'm thinking airbags probably not a good idea.
Right. Well, I don't know if it's airbags. I think it's actually it's a solution of some sort that they
Perfectly safe.
Or something, or maybe they just suck up the blood or liquid from your body to fill it up because there's a pump by your balls. So maybe it's like a cum rocket or something. I don't know. But
I heard it was Oompa Loompa blood that we crush up little Oompa Loompas and we put them in a space age gel, and that's what you inject into your wiener.
I don't like the look of it. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
But going back to, I didn't think, how does someone with a micropene get, they'd have to specially make that part for you, that dick, because it'd be too small for what the implant looks like.
Okay. Now you've seen boobs go from an A cup up to a quadruple K, spray foamed out, with some lugs in them and some spinning rims. You've seen this.
I have.
So they did that. Why not? You know what I mean? What's the problem, yo?
Yeah, I don't know. All right.
Somebody made the ugly Kardashian not so ugly. Somebody did that.
Did a good job. Did a real good job.
Yeah, no, I guess. She just looks like a completely different human, but,
Because she's got, nothing left from the original of her face.
Yeah, so I guess it's better. Not really. You know what I mean?
It's yeah, but just you be you.
I would have liked you better ugly, You would have been the preferable Kardashian.
Really?
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, they've all had a shit ton of work done.
Yes, I think. Isn't there one of them that doesn't? Well, what am I saying? That's there's
the one that's married to Travis, the oldest one that's married to Travis Barker.
Well, who knows though? What are we talking about here? Because she
looks
had
weathered.
Done, but she's not going to the lengths that her sisters are. Apparently,
all of her sisters. Also Kendall. She doesn't either. She's a model and she's a Jenner.
Okay, well, who knows? Who knows?
She's like, I don't need it yet. So
they're getting all of the adrenochromes, all of them. The Oompa Loompa blood, they're getting it all.
Tiger milk or whatever.
That was a weird conglomeration there.
Well, whatever. Oh my goodness. Well, let's go to an episode of Rule 34, and when we call back, we're going to talk a little bit about some CBT. So,
me.
Enjoy. And welcome back to Kinky Katie's World, Rule 34 Studio, KinkyKatieRadio.com, and RadioChaos.net. Oh my God. I was getting too used to the puffiness of the beginning.
Lulled you to sleep there.
Gave me a little...
Right. Turn left.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, you can get me on Twitter at KinkyKatieRadio, KinkyKatieRadio.com, KinkyKatieRadio@gmail.com. You can Google me because I like it. I was a little sad.
I forgot what I was doing there for a second.
That's
I was
okay.
just staring.
You can get me on Instagram and YouTube as well. So like and subscribe if you want to. There's a new beauty trend that's going on. It reminds me of that video we saw the other day about this chick totally set up this stupid thing where they put a whole bunch of ramen in the back of a pickup truck and drove around and gave it to a homeless person.
Correct.
Who wasn't a homeless person.
Correct. Like put a tarp in the back of a pickup truck, put a bunch of water in there, and just started dropping packets of ramen noodles and miscellaneous vegetables and doing the grape stomp inside. And it was pretty bad. You know,
it was bad.
Definitely fake, but right. Then it went to somebody and let them scoop a bowl out of the back of the pickup truck. Delicious.
Can I have another? oh, you want another one? Sure.
It was, well, I know, but it was obviously fake.
It was, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Are you losing your shit over it? Or, you
No,
know?
there's a new beauty trend of ramen baths.
Okay.
People are posting on social
That
media
was a weird segue there.
that they're filling their baths. Well, they're filling their baths with ramen noodles and with the seasoning and everything, and then getting in and taking a bath in the ramen. So that just made me think of just what dumb people are doing, wasting ramen.
I mean, it's like I can understand how like in Japan, it's really big where they like to go to these onsens, these fucking natural hot springs, and there's like heavy sodium and there's a lot of minerals in them that do like a similar kind of but you know what I mean.
No, I know what you mean.
You're taking a salt bath. It's like soaking your feet in Epsom salts.
Okay, but I don't want noodles in my pussy.
What? Why not? What are you talking about? What?
Your pussy tastes like chicken bouillon.
Like, for the record, I've seen lots of things you've stuck into your pussy, and ramen noodles really
wasn't one of them.
It wasn't, but we're really on the list of things, right?
Right. So it goes in hard, comes out soft. Because it's like warm and moist in there. It's about, it's got to suck up some.
Almost everything that goes in there hard comes out soft. It's right. Am I wrong?
No.
Okay.
You're right.
Right.
You turned me into a little depository earlier.
Sure, but that's your job. That's what you do. Handle that. I don't want it. Well, I gave it to you.
Yeah, no, I know.
Custom made.
Yeah, we discussed this a lot.
Worked for like a week on that. So it slaved over.
Worked for a week on that.
So I don't know how long, but it was work. Yeah. So you got it, and it was your present.
That's right.
That's what you got.
Happy me.
All
right, so cock and ball torture, also known as CBT.
You know me.
That's right. Yay!
Everybody loves a good cock and ball torture.
It says chances are that you've clicked on it or you've at least checked out or asked a question about it.
Really?
I don't know. Have you? Have you ever been interested in cock and ball torture?
I've definitely typed lots of questions about it into the Googleator because
true.
we do this show, number one.
That's true.
And number two, yes, I have actually talked to people who like to get their balls squished and stomped and, things tied around them. We've seen a dude lose his nuts. We've seen a lot of stuff. We've seen a lot of cock and ball torture. It's almost...
I've done some.
One of the more popular, not really popular, but...
It's getting more attention now lately. Because I don't
always, every party that we went to that was like an extreme type party, there were at least 5% of the guys in the extreme party doing some sort of cock and ball torture along the lines.
I have to agree with you on that one, but also I'm saying I think that more people are more comfortable talking about it now. Certain things are just being more accepted.
Are they?
I guess.
Okay.
I would say so. That more people are feeling more comfortable to come out and say, hey, you know what? I would really like if you would flick my nuts as hard as you can.
Well, I think it's just really, who are you telling? Like, if you're talking to your pastor at church, you probably don't want to tell him you want somebody to step on your nuts. Unless it was something
Times are changing.
Unless it was something that he did to you when you were 12 and a fucking choir boy, right? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's, hey, that thing.
Me feel nostalgic.
You know that thing you used to do to me, Father? I'm trying to get my wife to do it to me. How do I get it done?
Pray, son.
Right.
Get on your knees and pray.
Right. Now, on your knees, boy.
Say, no, take your sacrament.
Right.
Your little fucking wafer.
Right. I mean, so if you're into like getting your wiener squeezed, or like we've vacuum, that's one of the big ones that we've seen. Lots of vacuuming.
Yeah.
Vacuuming, filling up large, where you're like, oh my God, it really does just fill the container. It's like a reverse fucking, biscuit container. Like it fills the container when you put enough suction on it.
Well, yeah. Imagine put a marshmallow in the microwave and watch what happens to it.
It just
expands.
Does it?
Oh, it does.
Okay, I think I've seen this on TV somewhere on them televisions.
Well, tis the season. You're going to have a lot of peeps on the shelves now, and people will do this. They go peep jousting, and they film it. They take 2 peeps and put them on a paper plate facing each other, and they put a toothpick. They stick it in there like they're jousting,
right?
And then
little penises. I mean, whatever, little narrow penises.
Whatever you'd like to do.
I like to think they're penises. Because I think it's a lot funnier when I put it in that kind. They're having like a cockfight, a peep cockfight. Cocks are having a cockfight.
Okay, yeah, baby cocks are having a cockfight. Adolescents getting out their aggression.
Anyway, nuke them. But when you up when they're stiff and hard and pointy.
When you nuke them, when they expand, you see like who wins. Like, 'cause,
who does win.
Whoever, I guess, takes out the other opponent. I don't know. Whoever gets the biggest. I don't know.
We scored on a 10-point must system. Rounds going to be given out 10-9, I mean, use your imagination.
Make up your game as you go along. You have fun. This is for you.
Is it for you?
Well, or even unless you film it and then be like, here, this is a video I posted of peep jousting.
Well, I think it's one of your only acceptable answers as to what should you do with peeps. Like what is the good way? You hate
destroy
those things.
They're like, gross, and I like marshmallows.
Every year, you
bitch about peeps.
you lean in on them fucking peeps. You
fucking peeps Pepsi's back out again.
Somebody touched you while they were doing some peeps or something. There was some sort of
some with Easter. Had to have been
some sort of CP going on there or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, some SA, DBTA, ADBP. DDP. All of the letters were happening.
Rabbits.
Rabbits. Holy Jesus, the fuck are you doing with rabbits?
Furry suits.
Easter bunny.
Yeah.
That's right, Easter.
Yeah.
Jesus season.
So many baskets. So many baskets.
Right.
I have a lot of disorders. No. Getting worse as I age. But no, this one article, it said the American Psychiatric Association was calling people who are into CBT that they have a type of mental disorder.
Okay, well, whatever. Labels.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and they named it some really.
Well, I mean, here's like
name.
Here's what they're gonna say. Something like, you are literally doing harm to yourself. We saw a dude lose his nuts, popped right off of him like a cat toy.
Yeah.
Okay, we witnessed this. He didn't mean to lose his nuts. It just happened.
Right.
How many of the dudes that we've seen? I've seen video of a guy getting his wiener removed slowly over a several hour period.
Right.
Okay, how many guys that we have seen them do things in public that from that event were probably, we're gonna have to call it maimed, because you have no mutilated, right? Maybe they lost a testicle, maybe they lost a function of the
altered,
maybe. So, like, from some sort of a medical professional standpoint, like, do no harm kind of a thing, you're hurting yourself, but you know what I mean. I mean, that is kind of the point. The point was to hurt myself. Yes, of course I did. That's what I was going for. I'm a winner.
Well, these are the different kinds of CBT that they talk about in here. They talk about testicle crushing, which can either be stomped on or squeezed with certain either products or by the hand or
ropes and clamps. And
because I've crushed a nut with a shoe, and it's weird. I mean, it does pop like a grape, like a large grape.
Yeah.
Because he had me like bounce on it with my shoe for a little bit, and then he's like, stamp, and I did, and it was like, what the pop and squish.
Okay. Well, I don't know why you're getting so graphic. You didn't give me any kind of a warning, but that you were gonna describe that. Why?
I said
why?
I said when I was coming back from break that we were going to talk about cock and ball torture.
Okay, but I didn't think it was going to be in Technicolor Dream Talk, right? But I didn't think it was going to get grape smashing. It was like a chickpea between your fingers kind of a thing.
Well, more like a plum with no pit. Well, it depends on how big your boys are. Because if they're small, they could be like little kumquats.
They could be. Or grapes.
Yeah, like those globe grapes. Those are the suckers are like ping pong balls.
Are they?
Oh, yeah. So maybe that's it. Or
Okay.
like a maybe like a like a walnut made out of jello, like firm gelatin.
Okay. Anyway, back to non-testicle crushing.
Oh no, because there's a very simple clamp, and you could make this at home, or you could spend the $20 on Amazon. It's called Hell's Couture Gemini Ball Crushing Clamp.
That sounds like a ball of laughs, really. It's really
Depends who you are. Could be.
okay.
Could be just what you want.
I'm answering from my perspective, so obviously from my perspective, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, you could make this. You could. It's the same thing as if you would take just like a piece of wood, like a dowel stick or even a chopstick, and put one side on your balls, and then another one on the other side of your balls, and just like wrap them together really tight, like with rubber bands or something, so it crushes in between. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. None of this is sounding like responsible advice at all.
No, that's what you do with it.
Okay.
Because this clamp, it's 2 bars and it's got a screw on each side, so you can screw it.
Or like a thumb screw or this screw, that screw.
But
it's
this
a
for
nut
balls.
screw. Okay.
Right. Or you could even put it at the base of your cock if you wanted to, for that, like get the toothpaste out of the fucking tube action.
That way, if you zig or zag really fast and you have it down pinch tight, the chances of tearage are a lot better.
It's your dick. It's not mine.
This is my point.
I'm not putting it on
It is my dick.
Now, there's testicle stretching.
Yeah, yes, I have seen testicle stretching. I don't know. Is that cock and ball torture? Is that just like making yourself a little testicle foreskin? That's all.
It depends what you do.
Okay.
Some people they
like the long nuts.
They hang weights from their nuts. They hang, they like them being pulled like taffy.
Yes, we've seen a lot of that. We've seen a lot of nut tugging.
Yeah, nut tugging.
Different ways, little ropes coming out of shorts, and which is how the dude lost them.
I was about to say that's how the incident kind of happened. But there's like the parachutes you can wear. There's people who I've seen they attach weighted bells and walk around. I love the guys at the fetish parties and stuff that wear kilts, and then when they walk by, you hear ding 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 because like
something jingling around.
Yeah, and then they go wee, and they lift up their kilt, and you can see all these big bells hanging from their balls. So, penis flogging and wax play. Now, I don't find that to be torture, because the 9 times out of 10, if not, better percentage than that, that when you have wax play, it's going to be with paraffin wax, or else you're going to get like burned. Yeah,
nobody's getting hurt with paraffin wax there. Not really.
No. So, and it's not even that hot. So I don't really get how that's torture.
Yeah.
I mean, that might feel nice.
It would be like a woman with a fever.
Like a woman with a fever.
She's a little bit warmer.
I'm having a hot flash.
But you can tell. No, you can. You can totally tell.
Ugh.
Like if somebody's running a few degrees warmer, you have a sensitive, probing device. I mean, obviously you can tell the slightest.
I don't know how sensitive dicks are.
Pretty sensitive, really.
Well, your balls are more sensitive than your dick is.
That's what you say. You don't have either, so I don't see how you would know anything about it, really.
Well, I wonder if you did that whole like girth thing, or the implants, if you lose sensitivity.
Okay, yeah. Well, like I said, you're sticking needles and knives into your weenus. So what are we talking about here?
Not your weenus.
Okay. keep up here. Use your mind to expand your vocabulary sometimes. You just got to put words together, use some context, glue it up. Is this your first day?
You're not online. You don't hear shit from people.
Is this your first day?
You didn't know.
Is this your first day? You know how it works. I just say things.
Yeah, no, I know you do.
I don't care about their correctness at all whatsoever.
I know you don't. And usually you're like, every time.
And yet you know what I'm talking about. And so does everybody else. Where was I? What were we doing?
It doesn't matter now.
You distracted me.
I did.
You distracted me with weenus. You're obsessed with weenus. You have a weenus obsession.
Everybody check your weenus.
Your elbow skin.
That's right.
Okay.
This is your weenus.
Right. This is what you say.
It's the skin. It is. Look it up. Look it up.
I think your weenus is when you have a waxy penis. So there's right. We were just talking about wax play and the schmeckle.
Oh.
Schmeckle wax.
Turn your dick into a candle.
You could.
Shove the wick in your urethra. Because that's part of, they said that's another part of cock and ball torture is urethral play. Yeah, like sounding and different objects shoved in your pee hole.
Yeah.
So,
your juice salute.
The juice salute.
Right. You having a hard time with that one too?
That sounds
fun. You need to define it. You need to explain it to you. So good.
Yeah.
It's so good. You fucked with me at weenus, so now I get aggressive. How dare you? How dare you?
Whatever. Penis trampling. That's kind of, self-explanatory, right? Erotic electrostimulation.
Zappy.
Sounding and electro torture. I mean, like you can even hook up car batteries to your balls.
I wouldn't. No, I would definitely consult people who know how to shock penises and testicles and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like a fucking little E-stim.
Well, it's not. Okay, yeah. No, there are sex toys that are made to shock bits. Let's start with one of those. Car batteries, you may want to chill the fuck out. You could.
Depends. Do you like this person?
You could go full.
Do you know this person?
You could go full kilowatt on it and just go shock right to the nuts and see, if you could build a resistance.
Ooh,
it'd be fun.
Cattle prod, just
right. We've seen cattle prods and people get cattle prodded.
I know, right? In the gooch.
It's weird with the pitch that a man can make when he's gotten his chode fucking electrocuted with a fucking cattle prod.
Cattle prod.
Right.
You'll want it for a ringtone.
It's a very specific frequency.
Yeah. No, I would have to say so. But they even make electrified sounding wands that you stick down your dick too.
That seems like 2 or 3 things extra. You're really gilding a lily at that point, aren't you? I mean,
are you though?
Are you? You're already sounding some stuff. Now, I guess once you've ramped up, when a bottle of hot sauce down the dick hole doesn't do it anymore, you got to find a way to get off. And how are you going to do that? You need to go bigger, better, and stronger.
I went to the Amazon rainforest specifically for that little fishy to swim up and make camp inside my urethra.
That's negative. There is a fish that will
swim up your pee hole and anchor itself in with barbs.
Barbs in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
And it's extremely painful to get removed by a doctor. But yeah, he lives in your dick.
Right. Right. Well, I'm surprised, some of the people that you see on Twitter and stuff that do all kinds of extreme things to each other, that nobody's actually implanting one of those just for the shits and giggles of it, right?
Who knows? Maybe they are. I just saw.
I've never heard of anybody intentionally inserting one of those barb fish into a penis hole.
Barb fish, no. Penis hole, no. But eels in the ass or the pussy, yes. I have seen that. And also, I just saw before we went on the show, I was on Twitter posting my neenies, my boobies, and there was a little video of that BDSM couple that I talk about constantly because they're just out there. They're nuts and they're foreign and they're It's
putting
crazy.
bottles of hot sauce in holes.
Oh my God. It's just insanity. Like
Well,
what
at
they
least
do.
it seems that way from pictorial fucking coverage.
From little videos. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well-
I'm sure it gets way worse in person.
Oh, I'm sure it does. And she sends them out to other people. So what else was I saying? Oh, so the little video that I saw right before that we came on was he was at the end of this narrow table upside down with a anal dilator in his butthole, with his butthole like spread open, and she was like rolling. It looked like little blueberries down the table to try to get it into the asshole. Like she was like bowling for butts. Like it was just like she missed a couple and she got one in. She's like, yeah.
See, nobody's ever worried about putting sugar in the butthole. Like,
No.
whatever. Stick
No.
whatever you want in there.
You can put sugar, champagne, whatever the fuck you want to.
Nobody worries about a blueberry heading north.
No.
No.
Well, I mean,
it's just eventually going to get chewed up and spat out. I don't know.
or
You would
just
figure the condom wrapped banana with the same thing would happen. Eventually it's going to come out, dude. You'll be okay. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
well, he said he swallowed it.
Well, he did. That's going to go all the way through
Right.
without teeth marks.
Right.
Right hole.
Well, maybe he's got a very relaxed neck, and he
This
just,
is what I'm
just like
saying.
no
You're not-
gag reflexes, and he just swallowed it.
That guy from last week that had the banana wrapped in a condom removed from his butthole, you know, he just didn't think of that. Like, I ate it. Okay, dude, you necked that whole banana without putting it. There isn't a single fucking tooth mark in this thing.
Right.
Like, so why don't you just say that you like stuff up your butt? Because that would be the least shocking thing. Like, if you could
already
neck that banana
know.
like that,
That's more impressive than just sticking it up your keister.
this is what I'm saying. That's way more bizarre thinking that you could actually neck that thing.
It's like, huh.
Right.
And nothing happened to it the entire way down your butt. I know we were talking about, suitcasing and swallowing packages. Like people swallow condoms filled with, drugs and shit.
Right.
Right. So yeah, I would assume that they would shit them out.
We should
because-
probably get with the research department and find somebody who can actually answer these questions for us. So somebody in the medical profession that could like lay some knowledge on us, because the mysteries of the butthole, I'm just saying, I don't get it sometimes.
It's a new segment.
Well, I don't get it sometimes. I don't understand why some things have to be removed in an emergency room. And yet you would think that as long as they don't get wedged in there, that they're going to come back out. Theoretically, question mark. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that person who filled his boyfriend's entire colon with cement,
That's going to get hung up. That's what I'm saying.
it's going to cause a little bit of a blockage.
Like if you put something in there that's going to like push some barbs out and not be able to, okay, I get that. But we're talking about a dildo. It's something that's smooth on both ends and okay.
a glass jar.
Oh, see, that I get. I understand that. You're going to want to go to the hospital for that immediately. But why are you worried about that cucumber? Should you be? I'm not sure. I don't know.
The one that I was kind of impressed with was there was an inmate that had a light bulb up his ass, but it was intact. Light bulbs break very easily. How do you get a light bulb up your butt and it not break?
He stayed with a Tibetan Lama and he has very, very good sphincter control. He can work it up and back down and up. So basically he just had a muscle cramp in one of his muscles and it just locked the door shut. But he just like, you see them yogis like roll their bellies and stuff.
So where he just keeps his extra fucking light bulbs.
Yeah. Well, you need light bulbs sometimes.
They'll take them away from me if they find them.
It's part of his fucking Buddhist exercises there. And that way he's focusing in on the now. And if he doesn't focus, he pays the price. And then it becomes
That's one hell of a meditation.
another Buddhist exercise in ignoring pain. It's win-win, really, for him spiritually.
Maybe he was a redhead, so he's like, I hope it breaks.
Because it doesn't really matter.
I want to see how far I can go.
Got my ass beat my entire life. What the fuck are you going to do, boy? You ain't going to hurt me.
I want to surpass my limits.
Right. That whole Murdaugh family that we were talking about earlier, a lot of them are red. There's some red hair in there.
They all look creepy. All of them look very disturbing.
Right. Set the swayback machine to the beginning of the episode when we were talking. A little callback there for you.
But I mean, especially the older son. Oh my God. If that Ronald McDonald woke up next to me, I would fucking be so scared.
But they run the town, Katie. You don't understand. They're the most powerful people in the county.
I don't care.
In the Low Country.
And their girlfriends are cute.
Well, the one. Yeah. We're rich kids. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, that's true.
We've grown up with them. We know how that goes.
Just obnoxious as fuck.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. There was a rich, privileged kid that grew up down the street from me who was obnoxious as hell. Like no parent liked him.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We couldn't even stand him every
we couldn't even stand him.
Well, no, the neighborhood kids, because we would all like play together, go like do stuff, but then everyone's like, oh, he's coming. Great. But he's dead now.
Right.
So his mother committed suicide.
There you go.
Well, she made it this time. She was an alcoholic and she was a housewife, and she tried to kill herself like 3 times, and then finally she got hooked on I think like Percocets or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. And she just decided to take a quick right-hand turn and slam into a brick wall.
Ooh.
Yeah. So. There's a man, I saw part of the I saw kind of like a review on the documentary, but there's a full documentary on it. There's this guy who had sex with over 1,000 cars.
He's putting up some big numbers there, really.
Yeah, he lost his virginity, he said, to a car when he was 15. He has had sex with one woman, though. One actual woman.
Yeah, she was very chromed out, though. She had the right curves and the right spots.
He didn't like it?
So good.
He's 57 now.
That's a weird existence. 1,000 cars. Does he keep like a little body count book for him there so he can, 82 Dodge?
He might. He said that his current flame is a Volkswagen Beetle he named Vanilla.
Right.
And he said that he does have other lovers, but she is number one. So he has like 2 other cars that he keeps at the house that are his lovers too, but, Vanilla's the bottom bitch. The fucking Volkswagen Beetle.
I mean, like, he must have been going out all around town and banging other men's cars there. I mean, there's, you know what I mean?
Oh,
he didn't own 1,000 cars.
No. Like, they said for a long time, like in the middle of the night or sometimes even in broad daylight, he would go to a neighbor's house or he would go to a parking lot and he would fuck people's cars. Like, he would,
I mean, is he doing the tailpipe here or rubbing it on the door or just generally humping it? Is there ejaculate, or is it more of a
Well, I'm not
of a mental thing for him?
I'm not sure, because they call his fascination, machinist, just like as a regular, but it's mechanophiliacs.
Okay.
And he likes other things too, not just cars.
Okay.
Like he'll fuck. There's one where he's rubbing on and getting all excited about this. It was this toy helicopter.
Okay.
It was like, but it was like big. But he was holding it, like caressing it, like, oh my baby, like I love it. But not only that, he's into dolphins and inflatables. There's one of the cars that he keeps in his garage.
Right.
It's got an inflatable dolphin tied to the top of it. And it's got like inflatables on the inside too. It's like filled with inflatables.
Well, I mean, I think if you're going to fuck some kind of an ocean creature, a dolphin's got to be, in everybody's top 10 at least, right?
Right?
Right. Well, I mean, like aliens come down to Earth and they say, okay, Earth people, this is your way that we're not going to, you're going to have to start fucking fish. It's part of our thing. So everybody's got to pick something. I'm lining up for the dolphin line, I think.
So long. And thanks for
right.
all this.
I'm just saying, dolphins are friendly and they could be my buddies and maybe I could have a nice relationship with one. Okay. Well, they have nice little pink pussies and maybe they dolphin smooth. See, that's a thing for a reason.
Oh my God.
What? The aliens.
They got nice pink pussies.
You have to plan for this stuff, because if you don't, and when the aliens come around and start talking to us, what's going to happen? You're not going to have your top 10 fish picked out, and you're going to have to leave the planet.
You're going to start fucking sticking your dick in the blowhole.
Oh, well, only if I was directed to by some force that was making me. Then I would definitely do it. That's the only reason I would have sex with a dolphin. I would never just do
choke
it.
me. Okay, stick in the blowhole. Can't breathe. And plus, you got a lot of teeth. So.
I mean, an octopus would be pretty dangerous.
Oh, there's. I think they even touch on that. There's a documentary called My Octopus Teacher, and I think that someone was saying that part into that, he lets the octopus molest him, he starts to go back and then starts to hook up with the octopus.
Oh, I mean, that's right out of your that show on
Hentai.
No, with the bad superheroes, boys.
Oh, right, yeah,
right. One of the main characters was having a relationship with an octopus,
and then they made him eat him.
Right, but he was going up his ass, I think. I mean, because an entire octopus could get all the way up in there. And
he did.
He
did cover. It stuck onto his cock, and then it had two things wrapped around, and it was in his butt too.
Right, 2 in a stink.
Yeah, 2 in the stink, and the whole thing was
little sucker
engulfed in your body.
Yeah, no. See, octopuses seem very dangerous. Dolphins have shown that they could be down for it.
Yeah, but they're rapey. They pin you to the bottom of the ocean floor.
Yeah, but they might not. If I was its friend and whatever, we went on a few dates beforehand and we talked a little. I held its fin, right? Caressed its blowhole.
Brought some smell, gave a ball.
Right. I mean, how else are you going to have sex with a dolphin? Really? You're going to go orca, seal. Can't trust those things. They're definitely going to kill you. You might live with a dolphin. Maybe.
We're going to leave on that note.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
On that note.
We're going to do that.
Okay.
We're going to end in dolphin sex.
You sure you don't have more ball crushing, grape popping
I do.
Stories?
Oh,
what do you mean you do?
I sure do. I mean, there's one time that they wanted me to treat their taint like a football. I was told to put on these very pointy 80s heels. The toe part was very pointy.
Right.
And it's now I want you to wind up and kick me as hard as you can in this area. And he bent over on his knees on all fours, and he had his ass and dangle balls and
balls.
Well, they were dangling.
Yeah.
And everything was just kind of open faced at me.
Okay.
It's all right, well, wind up and and kick me as hard as you can. I was like, are you sure? And then he made me mad.
Are you sure?
That he pissed me off. And at that point, I'm like, okay. And I wound up and I fucking kicked the shit out of him. And then I'm like, all right, later. See ya.
Have a good day, buddy.
Enjoy that.
Yeah.
You asked for it.
Set it all in the same spot.
Whatever.
Right.
All right, we're going to go.
Okay.
And I hope everybody has a great rest of their day, week, month, year, shift, trip, whatever it is that you are doing as of right now or whatever. Everything from ESC.
No, what? No.
The Indiegogo is out for Naughty, Dirty, Nasty 2. So I'll have the link for you guys to check that out if you want to pre-order the video. I'll be at Tampa Bay Screams April 14th through 15th. And, all right, I gotta go. Kiss and pink pipes. Love you. Bye. Thank you, Rain the Clown, for my romper.
I like tacos and burritos.